Hello everybody, we are getting ready for our weekly, this is called Facebook Live, and today we are going to be covering OmegaGize, and as usual, what do I want you to do when we get started? I want you to grab some oils. So I am starting today with one of my favorites, Deep Relief. I swore a while ago I wasn't going to talk about Deep Relief ever again, because when I talk about it, you guys all go buy it, so just look at it. Just look at it. This one's mine. I am addicted to this baby. Like if I had to pick only one oil that I could play with, I am guaranteeing you it would be my Deep Relief. I just love this particular one. So I guess if you haven't played with it yet, you should go check this one out too. All right, so the other one I'm going to put on right now to get started is lemon. You know why I'm putting on lemon? Because lemon makes me happy. Lemon is the one that just makes me feel confident. Because listen, I'm getting on here. I don't know a bunch of you. And lemon is the one that gives me that little bit of boost. So I feel confident. It also makes me think that spring is really sprung, right? Because right now it doesn't feel like I've got a sweater on. It's a little bit chilly. I had to give me a minute for my lemon. So I'm trying to convince my mind that it's really happening. Although in my backyard, not only do we have the woodpeckers back doing their beautiful, beautiful music for us, but I also noticed our lilac bush has little baby flowers on it. I'm so excited. It's really happening. Although somebody yesterday was saying we wanted to start doing our classes outside in the backyard instead of doing them in a building. And they said that it was snowing on their way home from the animal conference. That's not right. We are in April. We should not have that going on anymore. I'm just saying. So another one I'm going to put on before we get started is wintergreen. Y'all hear me talk about wintergreen all the time, and I want to just give another shout out. This is one of those really inexpensive oils, girl, that can change your life. Wintergreen warms up. It feels good on the body. You feel relaxed. You feel strong. You'll feel it really heat up, and it goes nice and deep, so you can take your wintergreen, and I like to take my wintergreen and put some in my hand, and I like to take it all up around my neck, massage it in there. Oh, I'm going to take my sweater off. I'm already getting excited, so I'm starting to get warm. Hang on just a second. And then I like to put it on my arms because it just heats up and it feels so good. So that's what we're going to start with. If you want to grab some specific oils for today's class, I want you to go find your spearmint. I want you to find clove, whether it's Vitality or whether it is the topical, and then find some chamomile. This is my Roman chamomile, so we're going to be talking a little bit about chamomile, and I want you just to be able to play with them when we do that. All right, and then of course, you know what I got going on. Peppermint, hello. I use peppermint all day long. This is one of those, I think everybody should have 1 or 2 bottles at all times because you never want to run out of this baby. And this is a fantastic one to share with other people. You just have them put a couple drops on their hand and then what? Deep breathe it. Feels so good, right? A little hit, a little bit of energy. Okay, so OmegaGize. Tell me right now by some little hearts, little likes, little thumbs up, whatever you got, who is already using OmegaGize? Tell me. Tell me. Because this is one that you guys should be using. This one is one that will just see, there you go. This is one that is going to help, get this. Every single cell in your body responds to OmegaGize. Every single cell. And we're going to break it down. So this is fish oil. So we're going to start here. This is so many different parts and pieces that I wanted to really break it down so you guys get this. So in our OmegaGize, we have multiple different things. Ah, look at all those hearts. All you people are already getting jacked up on our oils, man. It's good. I'm telling you, our OmegaGize fish oil. So we're going to start there with the fish oil. Fish oil comes from the fatty tissue of fish. Okay. So it is literally fish oil, squeezed from fish. It's like, you know, fish juice. That's what we got going on in here. So it's in a capsule, and it's a very concentrated source of omega-3 fatty acids. Now this is important. Omega-3 fatty acids, these are the polyunsaturated fatty acids, or your PUFAs, P-U-F-A-S, PUFAs, right? And you'll see that in some different articles. You'll see that when you do some research on it, you'll see PUFAs. That's what they're talking about. And this is your DHA and your EPA. These are 2 fatty acids that we get from our fish oils that our body can't make itself. So our body can make a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, fish juice. It can make a whole lot of stuff that it needs. It really is amazing that way. But then there's some things that are called essential. So when you see essential fats means those are the ones that we have to make sure we get in our diet because our body can't make it. Essential vitamins, those are the vitamins our body can't make, so our body has to get it from another source. It's like vitamin C. It's an essential vitamin. It's something that has to be added because our body doesn't make it. We're not a dog. A dog can make vitamin C. Our little body can't. So we have to add it in. So you'll hear that on lots of things. So anytime you see the word essential there, that's because we need to add that in. So that's what these are: DHAs, EPAs, fatty acids, omega-3s, PUFAs. When you're researching and you see these are what we're talking about. So omega-3s on their own have been shown to support our brain, creativity, clarity. They support your overall cognitive health, like your mental health, your that good mood that I talked about that I have going on. Your good fats help to support that good mood even on dreary days. That's part of what they do. So they give a lot of TLC to the brain in multiple different ways. They even help how we handle the occasional stress and frustration and the life that comes at us. You know, those things that happen on occasion. Those good fats help our brain to be able to help us have a normal, healthy response. That's what they're supposed to do. That's why they're so essential to our health, why we either have to get them in our diet or whether we have to supplement them. Those good fats help to encourage healthy bones, joints, and muscles. Think about lubrication. Like if you have a squeaky door, right? What do? We put a little WD-40 in a squeaky door. Well, think about that kind of inside your brain for your joints. It just keeps our joints and all that good stuff mobile and flexible, so we feel good, strong, and healthy like we're supposed to. And that's just what they do. So those EPAs and those DHAs, as well as ALAs, which is another type of fat, have all been shown to support normal cellular function. And what does that mean? Our cells have a way that they're supposed to respond, things they're supposed to accomplish, and things they're supposed to do. They're supposed to build our little eyes and build our skin and make our hair gorgeous and silky, right? Those are all things that our body is supposed to do. And your EPAs, DHAs, ALAs, they support that normal cellular response. So my cells respond healthy. That's what they do. The omega-3s have been studied for the attention that they give to your entire cardiovascular system. So your heart loves good, strong, healthy fats and knows what to do with it. It pumps the way it's supposed to, and it takes your blood and it moves it through, and all your veins know what they're supposed to do. They have that nice, flexible, your veins are supposed to be soft and flexible, and part of the reason they have that are those great, amazing fats. Think about how we lotion our skin, right? Because we want that moisture and that softness. That's coming from those great fats we're supposed to have. And if all of that isn't enough, those fats, do you know what else they do? They really do work on beautiful, healthy skin. So that our skin, when you go out in the sun and you're out there playing on the beach, so that your skin is healthy and doesn't get that dried out look. That's the fats that do that for us. Same thing with your hair. Everybody's always putting so much garbage on their hair, but really strong, beautiful hair comes from the inside out. It's the foods that we're feeding the cells that make the hair come out shiny and bright. So it's not what you're putting on your hair. It's not all that garbage that you're trying to put on there to make it smooth and stuff. It's giving your body those good fats. So, and there's lots of different things. You know, there's lots of different good fats. Avocados are good fats. Good fresh pressed olive oil on your salad. Those are all good. But right now we're going to focus just on those fish oils and why we need them. Now, there is a huge difference between fish oils in the market. They're not all created the same. They're just not. The stuff you're getting at the dollar store is not going to be the same you're getting from a higher quality place. And things that you want to know about fish oils. Some fish oils can have very high levels of mercury. And this is true. We all know that because we all are very careful on which kind of fish we eat, right? What are we told? Wild caught salmon. We want the good stuff, the stuff that's out there, so it doesn't have as many high concentration of mercury or other heavy metals, other contaminants, right? But that's what they're finding in a lot of the fish oils that's already there. A secondary problem is rancid fish oil. Now, fish oil oxidates really easy, which means when oxygen gets to any kind of fat. So this is true of your olive oil. It's part of the reason we keep fats in the refrigerator so they don't go bad as quick. Because the rancid fat, when it's ingested, it can cause lots of issues. It can make you sick. Some people, I feel so bad. I'll talk to them and they've been taking this, generic fish oil, and you cut it open and you smell it and it's just rancid. Like that smell, that aroma is bad, and when they're taking it, they're giving themselves that little boost of toxins over and over and over. So it's really important that you're aware of that and why it matters. Another thing that can happen with regular fish oil is they add additives and bleaching agents. You know how some will advertise, there's no fish smell in our fish oil. Well, part of that is because of the bleaching agents that they're adding in that take away the aroma. Well, I don't want to ingest that. I want to make sure that the good fats that I'm giving my body have all of its parts and pieces. And you know what? That includes some of the aroma. The beautiful thing with Young Living is because we add some good stuff to it, which we'll talk about, that aroma isn't there. You're not going to feel like you're burping up fish, but you're getting all the absorption of all those great parts and pieces. So Young Living OmegaGize. We source the purest fish oils available. We harvest them from small fish in pristine water, so we don't have to worry about the heavy metals and the mercury. It's all about the sourcing of where you're going to go. So our stuff is all free of heavy metals. It's free of PCBs, dioxins, surpassing even industry standards. What we're supposed to do, what we have to do, we go above and beyond that, and that's normal for Young Living. That's how we just do things. And it's full of essential oils to ensure that freshness, to keep them healthy, to keep them from going bad. It's already combined in there. So again, since fish oils can go rancid so quickly, there's some basic things that you want to be looking for. One, your fish oil needs to come in a dark amber glass container, which ours does. That protects it from sunlight. It's part of the reason our essential oils are in the dark containers. It just keeps them safer. It's like keeping them in a closet. You know, when they say in a dark place, keep your stuff in a dark place. Well, that's why this keeps it dark already for us, so that we don't have to think that through. Also, making sure that your essential oil your fish oil comes in small batches. That's really important. You can see huge bottles that people get, and they've got hundreds of capsules in there, and it takes them months to go through it. That's not your ideal way, because the minute you open the bottle, the oxygen is getting closer to those to those fats, and that's something you're going to look for. And pay attention to expiration dates. When it comes to anything fatty, anytime there's a fat involved, you want to watch that expiration date, because in that case, it really matters, because there's all kinds of science behind the expiration dates and what they mean. But when it comes to your fats, it really matters on that one. And then make sure that they have natural antioxidants in there to protect it. And Young Living is the only company right now that makes our good healthy fats, and we put essential oils in there. We're going to go over each of those oils and why they're in there and what they do in the body, in addition to protecting our fats and keeping them strong and healthy. So another thing that we have in there, so it's not just fish oil. So fish oil has its own amazing benefits, right? We talked about some of those, but we go a step further. In our beautiful fatty capsule that you're getting, we also have bioidentical CoQ10. And for those of you that don't know, CoQ10 is made naturally. It's an antioxidant made naturally in our body, but it declines as we age, so we get less and less and less. But this beautiful CoQ10, like your heart has receptors for CoQ10. It works more effectively when it has CoQ10. It's supposed to be there. And this is one of those things that you definitely have to supplement back in. You have to add it, because as we get older, and we're all going to get older, I don't care how much you do, we're going to age. And as we do, we don't make as much, and our cells are less receptive. So this is one that you can add to it. It's already in our OmegaGize. It's that bioidentical CoQ10, and it helps with, again, normal cellular function. So it tells my cells to go back to doing what they were created to do when the story of me, my DNA was written, and it was the handwritten story of who I was supposed to be. My DNA knows who I'm supposed to be, and that normal cellular function is just telling it to go back to that, go back to its normal programming. And these are things that my body is supposed to have and or get in my food, so I just want to give it back. Again, CoQ10, some of the things it does, it supports energy production. So we have talked in the past about ATP. I can tell my cheek is still swollen from falling. We've talked about ATP and how ATP is the energy currency of our body, and how it stores energy for later. Well, part of CoQ10, it helps with a normal energy production. So it partners with that process. So we have that energy. It helps with that mental focus and the clarity that our brain is supposed to normally have. So it helps just keep it nice and strong and healthy. So we remember where we leave our car, right? So remember what we went in the kitchen to do. That's a part of that normal healthy function we're supposed to have. CoQ10 actually helps support every major system in your body, including your heart, your liver, and your kidneys. I mean, this is a powerhouse, and it's one of those that's already in it. So our OmegaGize, good, healthy, amazing fats, EPAs, DHAs, ALAs, all in there. CoQ10, it's in there. Then we have vitamin D3. Now vitamin D3 is what I'm not going to spend very long on because I know most of you have some basic knowledge on that. It's something else that you can research on your own. But vitamin D3 in our four capsules is a serving size in our OmegaGize. So you can take more if you choose, but 4 is a serving size. And in those 4, there's 950 IUs of vitamin D3. High quality, good vitamin D3. Now, vitamin D3 is an amazing pro-hormone. What that means is vitamin D3 allows our body, it's a precursor, so our body can use hormones better. Who in here just needs a little TLC in our hormones, right? Well, this one is part of its job. And vitamin D3 is supposed to come when we go outside in the sun and we're playing there with our kids and the sun hits our skin. Your beautiful, amazing cells take sunlight and it turns that sunlight into vitamin D. Now, vitamin D from my skin has to go through all kinds of different transitions. It has to go through my body. It does 3 different things. It hits through my liver and it gets changed, an enzyme change, and it goes from vitamin D3 absorbed here, it goes to vitamin D2, it goes to vitamin D3. D3 is the active form. So what has been added to our OmegaGize is the active form. And the active form, this is amazing. It works with so many different cellular functions in our body. Normal circulation, vitamin D3. So it helps maintain that strong, healthy circulation we're supposed to have. It's amazing for a stable mind and clear thoughts and focus. That's some of the things that D3 does. Anything to do with hormones, because again, pro-hormone, it's just a precursor that my body was supposed to make every time I went outside, every single time. Vitamin D3 helps your body to absorb calcium, to be able to use it. There's so much research. This is one I'm telling you, go online, see what you can find on vitamin D3, and why would Young Living put that in there? And what does it, vitamin D3, bones, feeling nice and strong, healthy, keeping them the way they're supposed to be. Our muscle function, oh my gosh, y'all just go look that one up. It's amazing what your body can do when it has the vitamin D3 that it needs, and it's already in there. And then again, I said essential oils. Essential oils, so we're gonna open up some clove right now. If you don't have clove, you should have some clove. Clove is again one of those really inexpensive oils that I truly believe everybody should have on hand all the time. And this is this white bottle. This is our Vitality Clove. So this is one that you can eat and ingest. And obviously in our OmegaGize, that's a food source that's in there. So you can take it, ingest it. You can, oh, you guys, it's so warm and spicy. You will love clove. It's one you should play with. It's under $20 for even the 15 ml topical one. So it's a great one just to add in and start playing with. So, clove has been used for thousands of years. Like, it's really a very common spice that people have always used. It's something common even when I'm chit-chatting with people that don't know essential oils. When we talk about clove, they're totally down with it. They get that one. They like that smell. It reminds us of fall, right? It gives that smell to us. It's really high in a constituent called eugenol. So if you're one of those researchers, I'm telling you, there's so much information. You can go online, you can Google. There are books and reference material that you can find that can really help you on your essential oil journey. There's bookstores like Discover LSP. You can go there and get different guides to be able to help you. And you can look up parts and pieces like the word eugenol, EUGENOL, and see what eugenol does. The clove oil is very high. It's like 90 to 95% eugenol. And that's important, but not if you don't understand why. And I really encourage people, look it up. Start researching for yourself. You can go to Audible. If you don't want to have to read a book, go to audible.com. You can listen to different oil information so you can really educate yourself. Clove helps support a healthy immune response. So we're supposed to have, this amazing immune system. It does all kinds of things on its own. It's a layered system of immune. And what happens with clove, it just helps to support that. It also helps support a healthy inflammatory response. And when I say that, people are like, what do you mean? I'm supposed to have inflammation? Well, yes, inflammation is a good thing. Chronic inflammation is where you got the problem. But inflammation is my body's way of saying, hey, I need, when something happens and it sends a little signal and your body like starts putting out flags. Oh, we got to do this. We got to do this. It's the way it builds it. And what happens with clove is it just helps to support that healthy, normal, natural inflammatory response. So my body sees a problem, fixes the problem, and goes out about its day because stuff is going to happen. That's the way the body works. Then we have German chamomile. Now, what I have here is Roman chamomile, but they smell very similar. both very relaxing and calming, and that is already in there. So you got that going on. This one supports overall wellness. The clove, the German chamomile that's already in our OmegaGize. It helps to support that relaxing and that calming that's supposed to happen. And that's internally going on there. It supports overall wellness in general. And then we have our spearmint. I know most of you are really familiar with spearmint. It's familiar, it's warm, it's spicy. This one gives a lot of attention when it's taken internally, like in our OmegaGize. It gives a lot of attention to our endocrine system. And it just supports a normal, healthy endocrine system doing what it's supposed to do, and that's already in there. And then I want to mention this too. On an antioxidant scale, it's called the ORAC, O-R-A-C. That stands for oxygen, radical, absorption capacity. So what that means is like everything has a rating of how much antioxidant it has in it. Like an apple is a 51 on the antioxidant scale. An enchilada is a 300 and something on the antioxidant scale. And I want to remember when we talked about keeping the fats from going rancid, part of the reason the oils are in there is because they help with that. And that ORAC scale on spearmint. So spearmint on its own is around 5,000 on the ORAC scale. That's impressive. When you consider an apple's out of 51, that's amazing, right? But then you have your German chamomile. German chamomile is a 218,000 on that ORAC scale. So holy snap, right? When you compare that to food, so you're comparing the concentration, that's huge. That's a big difference. But now I want to really shock you here. Clove essential oil is 1,078,700 on that ORAC scale. So when we talk about protecting those fats and keeping those parts and pieces whole and healthy so that you can take them and you know that you're getting the good stuff, it's already in there. We've already done that. So Young Living has hit all of those basics, those things that we have to watch for to make sure it's there. And this is one that truly, you need that 4 a day. You can take 1 4 times a day. You can take 2 times a day, morning and night. You can take 4 at a time. And then if you're wanting a little bit more support, a little more energy going on, you can take 8. You can do what you need to do for you. This is just one that you're going to see so many different things. And I want to really encourage you. I have people watch these videos and then they message me or they call me, and I always have to say, well, get back with that person that sent you the video. And I'm going to throw that out there right now. So if you're listening like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting, I never knew, and you're not already in Young Living, I really encourage you, go find the person that the last page you've seen this link. You've seen this video come out on Billy Bob's page. I want you to go to Billy Bob and I want you to say, hey, I've seen this. How do I get some? That's what I want you to do. If you found it on my page, you get a hold of me and I will partner with you and I will help you. But other than that, get back with the person that sent it to you. And guys, we will be back on again. I'm actually doing another call later today, and we're going to talk a little bit about the business side of Young Living, because this Young Living is an amazing opportunity. It has changed my life in so many different ways. If you don't know who I am or know my story, my website is ShannonHudsonYL.com, and you can listen to all my old videos and you can find out who I am and where I came from. But I want you to know, Young Living, it's big. It's big. We are wellness, we are purpose, we are abundance, and I want to be able to introduce you to all 3 parts. So we'll be getting on later today. Love you all, and we will chat with you later.